Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, 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 and more Drayton. And this is officially Off the Rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
Live and direct, you in for another episode of Off the Rim. It's me, one and only Coach Drayton, future head coach of Syracuse. Uh, gonna do a lot of, not really this episode. This gonna be a more chill episode. I'm gonna save all the extras and all the wilding out that I'm gonna do for next episode. But Havoc in the Heartland today. We gonna get to it. Now let's get into that fast break. Right here, we got a clip of James Canton absolutely destroying the opposition. I mean, takes two dribbles, jumps, and completely punishes this guy. James Canton is one of those guys that, like, people compared him to Derrick Rose and all those other John Morant, those uber athletic point guards who could really jump up and fly on anybody. It's a shame he never really got to play in Samuel Prep. Now let's go ahead and get into that clip clap. A special clap, an encore, a bow, if you will, to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna give y'all something basketball? Nah, my alma mater, Ohio State, big Ohio State, if you will, happened to punch their ticket into the national championship last night. I mean, they absolutely dominated Texas. The game was close for a little minute, but then my guy Jack Sawyer, Columbus, Ohio native, went and knocked Quinn Ewers' stuff loose, picked up the fumble and ran it to the crib to ultimately win the game 28-14. I mean, this Ohio State team has had a lot of ups and downs. People have been talking a lot of mess about them, saying that they brought this roster and this, that, and the third. But people forget about how many seniors that they had return and guys that really wanted to be here to build something special. And now they've punched their ticket officially into the national championship. Can we please get a clap for my Ohio State Buckeyes? Now let's get into the shocker of the week, an absolute shocker. I mean, this one's so much of a shocker, so it makes a little tear for him in my eyes. Ohio State, again, got to give them more flowers. They absolutely blitzed, destroyed, belt to ass, stomped, whatever you want to say that emphatically says that they beat Syracuse is exactly how they beat Syracuse. They beat them boys by 50 points. As the future head coach of Syracuse, this is a head scratcher for me. I do think that this team is talented. I do think they have the ability to overcome things like this, but this one is definitely one that they're going to be feeling for a minute. Cue the shock of the week.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Welcome to the oh my god moment. When I say oh my god, I do mean oh my god. We got Coach Kelvin Sampson saying that he is not happy with Carl Holmes and he might bench him. I mean, I know, especially at the prep level, a lot of these guys feel like what they say and what they do don't really have any ramifications or actions. But this is proof that at the higher levels, coaches kind of don't tolerate it. And yeah, you kind of can't talk however you want or talk crazy like Carl Holmes was and think that you're not going to have some repercussions. Come get this oh my God moment.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Wrap It Up, where I wrap up the games that happened in the Havoc in the Heartland and give you a brief synopsis of how the games went down. We're going to start this one off with Beyond the Arc versus Heartland Zombie Stars. This game, first off, started off being bad, but Heartland kind of weathered the storm. They brought it all the way back. They're definitely one of those gritty teams that if you sleep on, they'll punch you in the mouth. I kind of felt like this game, Heartland really should have fed Nick Brewer more. Felt like he didn't really get comfortable with the shots that he was getting, and he was kind of accepting anything. Justin Zhang was playing good. Isaiah Orleans was playing good. But Beyond Arc is one of those teams that's just too strong to have a few guys playing good without anybody dominating. Ultimately, Beyond the Arc comes away with that 65-55. Next game we had on tap was Lakeshore Drive versus the Indy Stripes. And somebody cue my belt to ass noise because that's exactly what this was. I mean, absolutely took these guys to the barn. There was nothing fun about this game. Lakeshore Drive won this game by 23 points. And as the game continued, the more the belt was hitting the ass. A lot of guys stepped up big for Lakeshore Drive in this one. Again, it's one of those games where you want to see somebody else step up, but nobody really had to. Absolute great game by Heartland Zombie Stars against Bad Boys Basketball Club. Now I'm gonna address this. At first I wasn't, but now I'm gonna address this. There was some heckling going on. People not really liking Justin Zhang and all the trash that he talks, but he stepped up big in a major way in this contest. They ran the zone and he was the main person breaking it. I mean, dude's like 16 years old. I don't understand the need to hate on a 16-year-old. If you don't like his game, you don't like his game. If you don't like him as a person, you don't have to like him as a person. But saying such in open forum is kind of disrespectful. Great game by Justin Zane. This game was an absolute nail biter. Gulf Coast returns to form, being able to beat some of the better teams in prep, but they returned to form doing something that I think everybody who watches similar prep would believe that it's really their main way to win. They have to feed Kai Killings. Kai Killings is their guy. I don't know why these other guys are getting as many touches. I'm not saying they aren't as good. Kai Killings on the offensive end, Cyrus Jackson on the defensive end, Ezekiel Bull protecting the paint. These are things to me that are staples for Gulf Coast in order for them to win, and it seems like they've kind of moved away from that. I mean, great game right here through and through. A lot of people stepped up. Nothing else I could say. I mean, do I have to cue it again? I have no problem cueing it again. This was another belt to ass. I mean, it just seemed like Gulf Coast couldn't get over the hump. Kai Killen came out shooting efficiently, but they adjusted to him. When Cyrus Jackson came in, he was doing something big. Wasn't really familiar with Elliot McDuffie and Jay Banks. They both came out and were lighting it up. Wasn't really familiar with their game. Anybody who knows me knows that I've talked about Cade Nix. I seen him play the 2. I seen him play the 3. I hadn't seen him play the 4. Seen him play the 5. Really an all-around performance from him. The more I watch this Beyond the Arc team, the more I start to believe that to say that they're last dance contenders is kind of like an understatement. I think this team does really well in the regional tournaments that they've been in. I think they've shined on defense. I think they've shined on offense. I think they have a lot of pieces. I think they even have the coach that can take them to a title. I think CC Lytle, when he's all in, he's all in. He even had a good run last year. I do think this Beyond the Arc team is solid. They're never going to have somebody that has an overly flashy game except for maybe like Tyrade Bush or Ronaldo Shakeback who's gonna dunk on everybody. Should I do it? Do I really have another one in me? Do I really have another belt to ass? Belt hitting behind parts? Do I really have another one in me? I mean, Beyond Arc again dominated in another game. I think that's like their thing. Like their BTA giving BTA. It's I don't think they're playing a fun brand of basketball for anybody that faces them. They're not Philadelphia, but it's like remnants of like that style of basketball, like really gritty, hard nosed. It's really nothing pretty, and they're taking everything that they want from you the entirety of the game. I mean, we all heard how Stella got groove, but this is how Heartland Zombie Stars got their groove back. They just played elite team ball in this one. When you think of how teams should play at this level, where nobody's really concerned about being a superstar. Everybody's just focused on getting the win because they believe if getting the win gets them to the next level, then that's ultimately what they have to do. That's kind of what Heartland Zombie Stars did in this one. I don't think Lakeshore Drive was outgunned. I think they missed a lot of untimely shots. It's not that they got outplayed. I won't even say that they really lost the game, but the shots that they missed hit them harder than the shots that Heartland missed. Another big game from Nick Brewer, though, as he comes back into performance. Now, this was the championship game, and man, it was a championship game. Beyond the Arc's defense is still stifling as ever. It just seems like their offense kind of couldn't catch up. We finally got to see Nick Brewer get his rematch against Tyrade Bush, and while Tyrade Bush was definitely doing his thing, Nick Brewer came back for everything that wasn't given to him in the first game. Absolutely dominated, like 21 points, like 8 rebounds. Justin Zeng on the cleanup as he proves that he also belongs. It's one of those things where it's always good to root for the home team in these types of tournaments, but ultimately, Heartland Zombie Stars won. And as we get into the rebound clip, this episode is dedicated to the future Louisville Cardinal, Dank Pate. I think when you talk about his game, a lot of people see that he scores in bunches, but forget to see that what he actually specializes in is offense in quick spurts. He doesn't over dribble the ball. He isn't somebody who it takes a million dribbles. He often can get the ball, attack downhill, jumps off 2 feet every time, and gets quick and easy scores. When he has to spot up and catch the ball to shoot, he has a quick and fluid motion. His game is literally designed for the college game. When you think of somebody who would have it all as far as like a scoring guard, it would be Dank Pate. He finishes. He finishes well. He shoots well. He even has I won't say he has elite court vision. I'll save that for like some of the more higher rung players, but he definitely has high court vision.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us.